We may be shedding our tans, but we won't be shedding the memories we will remember forever from our Mexico trip. I am your host Charlie with my best girl Melanie. We are back in bronze. Although we're shedding, we
Yeah.
definitely shedding our tans, like literally.
I I'm only shedding like in one shoulder and like in my chest, but whatever, it's
I'm
fine.
shedding it's all over my upper shoulder, and then when I'm like, even when I'm like scrubbing, showering, I feel it. I've been feeling it the last few days, like like just
Oh
dead.
yeah, because I exfoliated as soon as I came back. But I bought this. Shout out to my therapist who told me to get this. It's aloe vera soothing gel mist. It smells so good. It smells divine, but like everything is in Chinese. It's in Korean. It's in Korean. But it's really good. And I just spray it all over my body after I shower. So it's been helping, but yeah, shedding is gonna happen.
Yeah,
Anyways, how are you, squirrel friend?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a great vacation, good time off. I had a good healthy balance of it was a week and a half vacation for me. So I had a good healthy balance of like we went away and even before we went away some time to myself and then even when I came back some time and stuff and um
Mm,
I went out this past weekend, but I also it was cool because I also made sure to watch a couple of movies I've been wanting to watch and shows. I watched Five Nights at Freddy Part Two. I didn't know what to expect going into it, just like the first one, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty good. Um, watch a few shows, but how about you? Let's talk our trip, our Mexico trip, because yes, we were not live last week. We was not live. We pre-taped the show because we came back from Mexico last Wednesday. We came back basically the day of the show, and we didn't want a chance. Like, when you
yeah.
stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready with delays and shit. So, but how did you love our trip? Besides our beautiful tans and us glowing, and even my barber said like, "Tu te bronceaste today."
You know what's weird? I don't understand why my body got tan and my face didn't. Like, I don't even think I put that much sunscreen. I literally just sprayed a couple of sprays and I even sprayed you. And
Yeah, well, the first day, anyways. Our first full day, Sunday, we sprayed each other, but for the most part, we did it. Oh no, actually, no, you did. Even the next
okay,
once, but we only apply once. We supposed the rule is you're supposed to apply X amount of like every hour.
I
We did
guess.
a
But
few
like
minutes.
I didn't expect my face to not get tan at all. That's so weird. But anyway, I regardless, I had an amazing time. I'm so happy. I feel like this is the beginning. What is it? The beginning of the rest of your life? No. This is the beginning of like continued tradition, so to speak, with us going on vacation every year and having like our best friend trip. I'm glad that I chose Mexico. I'm glad that we got to go to Playa del Carmen because that was a place I've always wanted to go. I will say shout out to the resort, Rio Lupita. I
Hmm.
really enjoyed my stay. The only thing that I did not really care for, I'm not going to say I didn't like, I was not really keen on the little mascots that they have in the resort. The coati, aka the Mexican raccoons. They were not. Listen, I don't really like animals. The only animals I like are men. I
uh,
already deal with NYC rats. I already deal with like raccoons here or like squirrels and stuff. The last thing I want to do is like be laid up tanning on a beach chair and you got this like strong rambunctious raccoon from a different country and they made us sign a waiver like don't feed them, don't like try to pet them, don't do anything, don't even look at them because if you do, like, chances are something could happen and then you're screwed. Charlie didn't listen. Charlie decided to be leaving his drink
oh yeah, I
on
was
the floor.
alcoholics. I was gonna go into that. Thank you. I left my drink on the floor and the damn. I called them
Your mojitos.
I kept calling them lemurs, although they're called what
That
Melanie
was
said.
scary. The
I
way that they would snatch, drink, and run, I was like, what the hell?
hmm
Anyway, other than that, I had a great time. I feel like this is probably going to be the last time, though, that I stay at a non-adults only resort. Like, I need to start going to adults only.
need to experience a non-adults. I experienced it in Jamaica, and it was one of the
No, it's not non-adults, adults only,
oh,
because non-adults is like
non
family.
non-adults, non-children, because I'm
Yeah.
thinking of only adults. I'm sorry. In Jamaica, it was one of the best things ever. At first, it felt weird. The first day I got there, because I'm like, wow, there's really no kids, and it just felt good just to like be free. Not that I was naked or anything, because there's people, but like it was just such a great experience. Like,
What I noticed, and I don't think I mentioned it while I was there, but like I feel when you go to resorts that are family friendly, a lot of times you're gonna get the wandering eyes from the parents, and you're gonna get like the looks from the kids too. And it's like, do you remember the little 3-year-old that looked like baby dinosaur splashing his little? There was this. I don't even know his name. I think it was, yeah. He looked like baby Sinclair from the dinosaurs. He kept taking his little floaties and throwing it at me. I'm like, what is wrong with him? And like staring, not even like making it. Well, he's a little child, so obviously he's like staring at my chest like I'm about to give him milk. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
no, all in all, I still had a good time, but I know what you mean, because it's like even me, I like to like, especially when I'm vacationing, I am that dude. I'm comfortable with him. Like I'm very comfortable with myself at this point, where I will put on a speedo, or like my like hoochie, very daddy, like short shorts, like thing. So
Yeah,
you
get your
know,
guns. You
yeah,
should get. You should wear like. Don't people wear thongs? Like men wear thongs.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of gays that do. There's some, I would say gay. I mean, there's straight men that have worn speedos, but I'm sorry, I don't know if I've seen a man who classifies himself as straight in a thong. Now I've seen plenty of gays in a thong. What I would never say never to wearing a thong, but not. It would have to be a gay place. It can't be like a regular beach with straight gay, or even a all adults resort thing. I wouldn't wear a thong. I'm more of a speedo, or like my bathing suits, my hoochie daddy bathing suits. But I'm not really a thong person for the beach.
That's like almost like wearing a jockstrap.
Yeah, I might as well go naked, and I don't mind doing that either. At
Would
all.
you? Speaking of, I was talking to my boo about this. Would you go to a nudist resort or like a nudist beach?
I've gone to nudist beach before.
Where?
In P Town, in Provincetown, there's one. So
Hmm.
that's the first one I've ever gone to. Then I went to one in Fort Lauderdale, Hanover Beach. Um, so yeah, I've been. Then there was a section even in Horseneck Beach.
Reese Beach? Oh, never mind. Okay.
I mean, in Reese Beach,
I was gonna say, who have you like gone with? But that's a question for the after show.
another show. But all in all, it was a great Mexico trip. I seen a Bambi literally pass by while I was in the balcony. A
Mhm.
Bambi. Um, the food was good. We ate, we drank. That's what we wanted. That's what we needed. Like this trip where you do a lot of excursions and you go out and you do the most, and then you're tired. This was. There's also a beauty in having trips where you like just
Relax.
doing all inclusive, like eat, relax, drink, be by the
Yeah.
beach, be by the pool, be zen, just chill.
Well,
Um,
it
beach.
sounds kind of stupid, but like I feel even though we talk pretty much every day, I feel like we both needed time to like literally talk, like have a wind down.
Yeah.
But we haven't been able to do that. So we were able to do that. We had a lot of heart to hearts come to Jesus.
Mhm.
What else? Yeah, it was just it was a great time. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad too. It's funny because motherfuckers will say,
Oh, and that's
"Yo,
one thing I want to
he was
say
out,
because there's
he
been
was
too
just
much.
I'm turned off, fucking everything and everyone." Oh, please.
I love the fact that, and I feel like people can, this resonates with a lot of people. I think that when you are on vacation, that's when fuckery comes around. What is that? What was it that they said in Atlanta? God gives you blessings and the devil be messing.
Mm.
I find that, like, whether you're posting things or whether you're like not even part of anything, you're trying to have your own fun. People want to not consider the fact that you are in your own time. And that's why, you know what I want to do one of these days? Well, not one of these days, but like eventually, I want to like leave my phone behind or not even have my phone, like
That's
literally
a
put it on.
challenge right there.
That is that's very hard for me. I think I would have a panic attack not having my phone. But I kind of want to like just put my shit on like autopilot or like airplane mode or whatever and not answer to people because like I find it so disrespectful. If I see someone is posting that they're on vacation and you're reaching out with nonsense or just like trying, like you see that I'm chilling, why are you hitting me up to like talk or vent or like take time away? That's a little bit like self-absorbed and self-centered to me. So don't do that.
It's kind of like I look at it in a sense that could go with Trevor. I look at it in a sense the same as when you get into a relationship. When you get into a relationship, that's when you start posting your guy. That's when all the motherfuckers want to come out the woodwork. So you
Yeah.
know, I get what you mean. It is annoying, but I block it. I just block it and enjoy myself because ain't no one gonna fuck up my time just because they're not used to being away and being able to relax on
Mm.
vacation and not know that, like, have the common decency of when you're on vacation, people don't want to be bothered. You got to let them be. It's kind of etiquette, but again, when they're not used to being in that situation, they won't know. So grace. Grace. But moving on to some news, there's a lot going on in the Real Housewives fandom. Sadly enough, Real Housewives of Miami is canceled because I would have loved to see this play out. We're not gonna touch too much. We're gonna do a little speed rounds with these Real Housewife news. But Lisa Hochstein, I don't even care how I pronounce her last name anymore because I found out I'm gonna add something else to this layer. But her and Jody, her ex-boyfriend at this point, got arrested because of alleged
Tampering with like
tampering,
voice
you know,
calls.
fire thing from her ex-husband, Lenny. Today's her mugshot was released, but I found it interesting that Carmen Carrera from season 3 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and she, if you watched last season, she made some cameos and such. She posted along the lines, and I should have had my her direct,
I saw it.
but you saw it, right? Basically
She
saying
said karma came today because the
on the
person that
record.
was disrespectful to me and rude to me when she was in the season
Mhm.
got hers and karma's a bitch or whatever. I could see Lisa
I could
Hochstein
see it.
being a little bit rude, and that's, I don't know.
I could
I
see it.
thought it was weird too that Carmen Carrera was on, but she didn't really get much time, like airtime or confessionals.
Carmen spoke about it and the reason why, but that's another discussion for another day's discussion. But yeah, so that's that with Lisa, and I just would have loved seeing the cameras rolling for this.
Mm,
But moving on from that, I just wanted to touch on that real quick since that's been happening the last few days. Another thing that happened recently is Drew Sidora, which just gagged me, basically lost custody to her kids.
yeah,
Ralph Pittman, who's been living in the basement, uh, has full custody. Drew has to move out by May 31st. Now, as you know, we all know they have three, or if you don't know, they have three. Drew has three kids. One that's not Ralph's, and then two with Ralph. So now she went to the judge and basically is pleading with the judge that she will be homeless if she has to move out by May 31st. Financials were released where it shows where basically Drew, this is rounding it, but because it's in the 12,000s, this is rounding it. But basically, Drew makes $13,000 a month, while Ralph makes up to 70, is in the 70 something thousands, right?
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
He
So,
makes more money than her.
and that's the gag, and this is where I'm at. This is my problem with Drew Sidora the last few seasons. Is you're getting caught in your and this is, I don't want to put it all on a sign because I don't want people to get mad at me. But this is where I see where people call Tauruses lying Tauruses, because wasn't did it last season? And if I had the tape, one day I'll be having the tapes and be running it back. But last season, she basically insinuated in her confessionals that she was the breadwinner and basically tried to paint the narrative. They love to paint a narrative on Ralph that he was basically trying to be a deadbeat. And now, basically, financial records are being released where it shows that he's making triple than you. Where you try to
But
paint.
what is his job?
He works in IT engineering. They make money.
Yeah, they do.
We was talking about it with my, Inspector Gadget while we were in Mexico. They make money.
For me, I feel like that usually the courts side with the mom. It has to be a really, really big deal for them to take away full custody from you.
And what took into effect, I don't know if you know this piece, is because they seen that while the kids were under Drew's care, the kids were missing an excessive amount of school. Now me coming from that background, I could see like, yeah, people get involved. Like the state gets involved after excessive absences. Like they show up at your house. So
that's crazy. But like, I'm not surprised. And unfortunately, she just regained basically another spot for the next season.
I don't know about that because I can't wait. First of all, Real Housewives of Atlanta just started. We're like in the second episode, going on the third episode this upcoming Sunday. And I can't wait for the reunion already because K. Michelle is gonna eat her up alive. I'm living for K. Michelle on this season.
Yeah.
Listen, I know who she is. I wasn't a fan of hers like that. I just knew who she is since like 2016. I was introduced to her music first. Then I'm like, oh, she's on Love and Hip Hop now. And then, just her music and Love and Hip Hop and so on, and some shenanigans and clips and things that I've seen throughout the years. But I'm so happy she's on Atlanta, and she basically gained a fan in me. And I just can't wait for the reunion because I know she's gonna use, if I know a Pisces, Drew, you better stop fucking with her. Stop messing with her, because if I know a Pisces, she's gonna use what's going on right now and verbally break her down in that reunion. And it's gonna, I'm popcorn. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But Drew's line is like, and a lot of fans have pointed it out and have caught on to it. Like, yo, so she's lying. Like, you made it seem like Ralph was a deadbeat and you made more money, and now you're pleading to the judge. Oh, so yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens with this. Now, moving on, one more Real Housewife little news. The Real Housewives of Potomac cast was announced. I don't know if you've seen this, but coming back, we have Giselle, Ashley Darby, Stacey Rush, Tia Glover is getting another season, which I like Tia, so I'm good for her. We had Karen Huger coming back, and I'm missing a full-timer, I feel. Maybe not. And as a friend, Robin Dixon is coming back. Now, that means Angel Massey and Kiana Stewart are out, and Monique Samuels are out. But word on the street, according to some of my sources, Monique, the reason she may be out, there's two things going on right now. She's either still ironing out, working out her contract, because Chris Samuels is the problem right now. Yeah. You noticed kind of last season with the kids, and they can't talk about certain things, especially at the reunion, because there was a son who basically said, so, basically Monique, if you don't see Monique at all come on the season or add it on, it's because of things going on legally with Chris Samuels, and he's making it hard for her. So that's the reason why we're not seeing Monique. But boring Robin is back. Lion Robin is back too. Deflector Robin is back. What are your thoughts on Robin coming back as a friend? I mean, when you come back as a friend, you don't have to share much, and we know she doesn't share much and hid much. So, what's your thoughts on this upcoming cast? And we have some new girls too that I seen were filming as well. There's two new girls up in the running.
To me, it just feels like production in Potomac, Maryland is very lazy because like you really couldn't find anybody else like to replace Ashley Darby and to bring another person to replace or not replace but like to be a fill-in as a friend. Why does Robin have to be back? I'm more upset that Ashley Darby's back. I can't stand her. Her last this last season was terrible. She's become so like mean
Insufferable?
spirited,
Oh, mean spirit. Okay.
so insufferable. Like, I can't stand watching people like her. And also Karen coming back, I don't know if that's like a good thing so quickly, but again, I feel like people are like the production is being very, very lazy. They need to do a switcheroo, like it's getting boring. I'd rather have Miami than Potomac right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Potomac. I mean, if I had to get rid of any one of them,
And also, sorry, but I
probably
know
her.
Giselle didn't even have a package. Like she's just there to be there. She's like the Kyle Richards of Potomac. Like, why are you still here? People like her for her
Well, Kyle at
messiness and
least
stuff.
shares. Kyle shared her divorce the last and some little lesbian stuff the last
I
few
mean, it
weeks.
took a
So
while, but
she's
at least
still
she
more than
even had
Giselle.
her little. At least she even had Megan. What's her name? Morgan, whatever her
Yeah,
name was.
yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like Potomac is getting. They better come through with some good ass entertainment because right now what they're giving is lackluster.
yeah. And remember, Karen wasn't on last season, so maybe that's why you also felt what you felt too. You
Well,
know,
no, I feel like well then Karen needs to light Ashley's ass up because the way that she was walking around thinking she was the shit and calling. Oh, you forgot about Wendy.
oh yes, I said I forgot I was missing a full timer. Thank you very much, best friend. Yes, and Wendy, she's coming back. So, but if you want to talk about Karen coming back so soon, I mean, yes, I get it. Guilty to proven innocent, and Wendy still hasn't gone through her trial. But what's going on with her too is like, okay, Bravo just loves the felons, and if that's the case, then listen, yes, I get it. Jen Shaw did some fucked up shit. It was fucked up her level of things. But if we can't like, I mean, I don't know. We can kind of pick and choose. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yeah,
give
but
Jen
there's a
Shaw
difference. Jen Shaw was being
defrauding old people. No, it's true. It's true. It's true.
not even that, but she was also being very difficult to work with. And like to have her sit down with Andy, she demanded a couple of things like, bitch, you're not a diva. No one knows who you are. No one cares who you are. You're going to jail to wear orange. Like,
That's
what are you talking about?
That's very true. But yeah, Wendy's back too. Obviously, Bravo, we want to see this play out to the very end too. I guess proven guilty, right? And you know,
Yeah.
we should give her that chance. So let's see. It's gonna be an interesting season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just disappointed my girl Monique is not coming back. I love Monique. That's my favorite. And fuck Chris Samuels. Moving on though, in the Real Housewives realm, let's get into a quick game before we break into some other talk. We usually do a special to this, but we figure with all the housewife hot topic at the beginning, we will save the game for here. So let's get into Keep It or Shred It, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion looks. Let's get into it. So you guys voted also on our Instagram page. And if you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you follow us, the Inner Circle Podcast, on IG and on TikTok. So let's get into some of these looks. Let's get right into it. First, friend of the show, Kathy Hilton. What do you think? Keep it or shred it?
That looks like a bata from Bridgerton.
Bata.
That looks like a nighty, a muumuu, a freaking
Not a bata. I just
old
love
Victorian. Like that's what like late. What is it? Marie Antoinette wore to bed. I said shred it. Listen, she's already a woman of a certain age. You don't gotta dress that matronly.
I say it was hard for me. There was a few of these looks that were a little hard for me because they weren't horrible, and I like to look at the
There are
face and
like
everything. But
she
I
looks like an old Paris Hilton. And also,
it was
I
very hard.
hate with a passion. I'm about to pull a Law Roach. I cannot stand a short 3/4 sleeve. You look like baby T Rex.
Oh my god. I'm gonna say keep it. It wasn't horrible,
Oh
but
God.
57% agreed with you of our circle friends, and 67% said shred it, and 33% said keep it. Next up, Sutton Strack.
You know, I initially I was gonna say keep it, but color, the color is pretty, but it's just the fabric difference is so harsh. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it. I'm gonna say I will say I will keep it. You know why? Because I just thought of her last season reunion look, and she looked like SpongeBob with two little sticks as legs. And the more that you hide your legs, son, the better you're gonna look.
Yeah, no, the more she hides her legs.
Yeah, she needs to hide her legs. She has
Oh,
chicken legs.
oh my god. I like it too. I didn't like her last year's reunion look, and I like the color. I like her hairstyling. I thought she looked very pretty. But 60% of our circle friends said shred it, while 40% said keep it. Now moving on to newbie Amanda Francis.
I don't have anything to say but shred it. I know this was like a great designer, but shred it immediately. I don't even know. It's giving like you are role playing Lenny Kravitz when it's really cold outside with the blanket scarf that he has.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I, honestly, this was another hard one for me because I didn't hate it, but
You're
I didn't hate it. But that whole like little scarf chiffon looking thing, it was hard for me. But I said keep it. I said keep it, but maybe I was in a minority. 83% said shred it, while 17% said keep it.
don't keep don't keep outfits just because you pity them. That's fucking weird.
No, I don't pity her. It's just I didn't hate it either. It was like Kathy's look. I didn't hate it per se. And
I
again,
didn't
maybe
love it.
the face and the hair kind of help. I don't know. But moving on to the HBIC of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards. I'm gonna go first. I loved it. I love that Kyle tried something new. I like the hair.
Yeah.
That I really love the hair. It was sold it and pulled a whole outfit for me because that could be a basic looking outfit on anyone. But what pulled it was the hair, her makeup. I like the hair up. It was a keeper for me right away. I'm like, oh, finally, Kyle, something different.
I said keep it as well because usually she wears like sparkles and glitter and stuff and has her hair down. And in this picture, like she looks like her daughter Sophia.
Mm. Yeah,
So
60% said keep it, while 40% says shred it. Moving on to another look that I love. Obviously, I said love, so it was a keep it for me for sure. I love the lace. It's sexy. It's not too over the top. I love a lacy look. Hello, Britney Spears 2001 VMAs. The high ponytail, the makeup is cute. But now I seen the reunion trailer today, and it's posted on our stories on our Instagram page. Go check it out. Her makeup around now up close, I'm not feeling the makeup that much because she has like some blue that it just feels like it didn't go. But still, a keeper for me. Love the look. Love that
I
dress.
said keep it, even though this dress was literally worn by another Bravo celebrity. from Southern Charm, Madison LaCroix wore the same dress. And
Mm.
like she looks gorgeous. Like Erica Jane can do no wrong in my eyes, fashion wise. So I said keep it.
Yeah, it's a keeper for me, and 80% also agreed with us, while 20% disagreed. Now, moving on to Rachel Zoe. I want to see what you say first.
I think this is vintage Halston. I'm not sure. I know it's vintage. I want to say, just to be safe, and like you say, I don't hate it. I want to keep this only because this is her style. She's always given that like vintage bohemian, luxurious vibe. So I'm going to say keep it.
I seen a post recently of changes and things you gotta change. Just like your barber, if your barber doesn't try something new after X amount of years, it was a very good word. And I'm sorry, just because something's your style and you're comfortable with it, motherfucking change, evolve, do something different. Staying comfortable because it's your style and your look is like not an excuse for me. I'm tired. She did it all. I didn't know of her before, but from the clips and the videos, she wore it. She did it all this season of Beverly Hills. That caftan looking long fucking, let's call it a bata, a robe, just silkier. It's like it's tired, and then over accessorizing and doing different accessories and call yourself fabulous. Like, aren't you a fashion queen? Aren't you like someone the designer to the stars? You work with Paris Hilton, etc. But then again, you work with them during a tacky era. So like change. It was a definitely shut it for me because I seen and I already heard about this too, like her look, and she did it all season, and then she did this for the reunion. As soon as I seen it, I'm like, I'm tired of this bitch.
I
What
also feel like she has a certain stature. Like she's very small framed and very thin,
so it's like,
rail thin. That I don't think if she were to wear anything tight fitting and stuff, she's gonna look weird. That's probably why she wears the flowy stuff. Because if she wore something tight fitted, it's gonna look weird on her.
try something new, try a jumpsuit, something. Try. Give us something. Let's see something. Hair also. Let's go away from the clothes. Give us a high ponytail. Give us something. The same fucking flowy hair. The same tired. Anyways, 60% did say keep it, while 40% said shred it. I was in that 40%. Now moving on to Dorit Kelmsley. I'm gonna go first. Listen, I can't fucking stand her, and for seasons, she's so lucky. She's like living on the like last limb, like the grace of God, the good Lord up there, because she should have been gone seasons ago, but because she knew she should have been gone seasons ago, now she's trying to up this cunt, and this is her words because now she loves using that word. As much as I can't stand her, and I can't wait for her to leave Beverly Hills, I'm gonna say this was a good look. It's a cute look. I love the bottom. Obviously, her stylist must have like flared it out for the
Very
photo. But
good.
it's very pretty. I love the silk. I love the hair. I mean, Dorit, you could tell her fashions are different from before the divorce, and before all the money problems, even while she was with PK, started happening. Her fashion has changed and more demure, and I don't want to call it cheap because it's not cheap, but less pricier than it looks, but she still delivers the looks. I have to give her that. She's been looking good, and I believe I kept her last season's look as well. So this was a keeper for me. Can't stand the bitch, but I ain't a hater.
I I voted keep it because it's on the safe side and it's something that it looks like she has or has worn. So keep it.
And last but not least, oh no, we have actually two more looks. And I'm glad it's not the because I want to save the last one for last. Bose. Whew.
Miss Bozema St. John, she looks regal, chocolate
Mhm.
queen. I love this. Keep it. She could do no wrong. Her hair looks gorgeous. I love the color. Yeah, the accessories are like a dress like this can overpower any
Yeah.
sort of accessory. So the fact that she's wearing those dangly earrings and nothing else looks perfect. I said,
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. May not like her some hypocritical things I found this season with her.
mm,
But I like her. I like Bose. I respect her. She is beautiful. This was gorgeous. It was kind of breathtaking when I first seen it. I'm like, ooh, Godiva chocolate. That's what I thought. 60% said keep it. We are part of those 60, while 40% said shred it. And last but not least, this one. This one, I think, and obviously by introducing this one, we know I said keep it. It's a keep it for me, but we'll see your thoughts, Melanie. This one I think should go into the Bravo Con Hall of Fame. You know, when
Mhm.
BravoCon, where they have dresses and
The
certain people.
clubhouse.
This one, or well, not the clubhouse, but the BravoCon when they like display the wedding.
Yeah, they have a clubhouse at BravoCon with the
Yeah, oh,
dresses.
that too at BravoCon. Jennifer Tilly, Balmain, right?
This
We've
is Balmain,
Balmain.
Balmain, custom Balmain, because the original had Kylie Jenner's face.
Mm-hmm.
But instead she decided to do her, like they made her face. Now funny thing is she's had this for a while. I think she bought this and like showed it off like a year ago, and she decided to wear it to the reunion now. She looks amazing. I think it's very campy. I love her. She's like a
Yeah.
fucking drag queen.
Yes, I love Jennifer Tilly. I love her.
I
I've
love
loved her
Jennifer
since
Tilly.
Liar Liar. I loved her since that movie Liar Liar. I don't know if you know that movie Liar Liar with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I know that movie.
96 when it came out. I've loved her since then. Although she was a hussy. I love a good hussy. And Hi Blanche Devereaux, my favorite. But and then obviously Tiffany, Chucky, hello, one of our favorites around here. And you did Tiffany for one Halloween. Listen, this was very campy. This was just like I'm like, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. This should I set it to a top Bravo account that I follow. This should go into the BravoCon like museum because
Yeah.
this is iconic. This is iconic. One of the best. I dare to go and say on record here on the Inner Circle podcast today, April 15th at 8:42 live. This is one of the best reunion dresses ever in the history. One, I said one, not the best. One of the best. Top 10, let's say for now. Best looks in the Housewives history of reunion looks. Top
Mm.
10. Iconic. Iconic. And no one else now. Housewives, y'all better not start doing y'all faces and shit. Like it's not gonna land. It's been done. It's done. You can't do this no more.
Yeah.
And but it was split though, 50-50. Some 50% said keep it, 50% says shred it. But
Wow.
my best, yeah. Yeah. Right?
Some
I was
things in
surprised.
low fashion. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I thought it was gonna be, but the way it was going at first, I'm like, damn, people were shredding it, but then it evened out.
If I didn't know her like as a housewife or like as an actress and stuff, and saw how funny and her personality is so amazing, I would think if I'm seeing her just like from the picture, I would be like, oh, she's full of herself. Like, how vain is that? But at the same time, like, there's people that wear shirts with their fucking pictures on it, like their selfies and stuff. Who cares?
Of them in their boo. Have
Oh
you
yeah,
seen those people that have it like cheaply airbrushed at like Six Flags?
yeah, and I feel like that is a bad omen. Like buying, we can get into that in a different day, but like buying shirts and socks or underwear with your image on it for your person, I don't know.
Yeah.
You might as well buy them shoes so they can walk out of your life.
Listen, that's funny. Now, moving on because this kind of funny because we came back from Mexico and I was thinking about this when we came back from Mexico in general because I
Mm.
get into my head and I'm introspective of the difference of like people saying that they're happy and choosing to be authentically happy. You
Hmm.
know, we could put especially in the day and the age of social media, we could portray like, oh, look at me, and people just see a certain thing and they see the fabulousness, they can see the traveling, they see you going out, being social, the events, this, eating out, blah blah blah, you know, and try to paint that as happy, or it could be presented as happy, but there was something in me, especially it started brewing last year, but this year where I chose which not to get too much into it, which leads me to the choices I've been choosing and the decisions I've been deciding on the last few months. It's choosing to be authentically happy. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Not in duress, not stress, not overthinking situations or things or whatever it may be. Like if that's what I told myself, if this is what I portray to the world, and when I say to the world, yeah, social media, but even at work when I'm out, I truly want to show up and be authentically that. Yes, we all have days where we're not happy. We all have the emotions is a roller coaster, but in general, choosing to be authentically happy, it's like, oh, for me, I want to do the work and actually walk that walk and not
Hmm.
just choose or pretend, because I feel that happens a lot in our day and age right now, especially
Yeah.
with social media. Everyone wants to post like, look at me, I'm balling, look at me, I'm doing this. But in reality, like, you're not really happy. And it's not judging them because they're not. Like, it's just, it's called life. You know what I'm saying? It's called life. Things happen, or it's situational. But what are your thoughts?
I think for me, the definition of authentically happy or like having authentic happiness is trying to find color or trying to find the the silver lining in situations where it's out of your control.
Hmm.
So for example, like maybe I can't afford to go on a lavish vacation, but I could afford to save up and go on a road trip somewhere nearby in the States.
Hmm.
So you're doing something like that. Or maybe you're not in the best job situation or something, but at least you have a job and you're working towards getting your experience so you can apply to another job where you're going to get selected before, like, you have a better advantage, so to speak. Those are like my ways of an opinion of seeing how you could be authentically happy in situations. Is anyone ever really happy? That's that's basically
Mm.
a good question. Not only is it a good question because I'm asking it, but it's also like a question for everyone individually because your sense of happiness is different from my sense of happiness.
Mm.
What makes me happy may not necessarily make you happy. So I don't think I think there's ebbs and
Well,
flows with that.
I think also is authentically happy, because it's not only what makes you happy, it's authentically happy.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like it kind of, it wasn't, I did not have this thought because of Real Housewives of Rhode Island, but I kind of applied it to something like ruler situation. And I seen a clip that even made me think more today of the upcoming episode where obviously Rula's husband cheated on her. If you're not watching Real Housewives of Rhode Island, she decided to forgive him. Like, listen, as they point out, and a lot of people know, everyone, come on, couples go through shit. People have indiscretions. It happens, and people decide to stay together. Fine, it works for some people. For some people, it don't. With that being said, for the people that try to make it work, but then continue to go around, are you really authentically happy? And it's like that ruler, like I'm thinking kind of like in that situation with ruler, you're staying with him, but you could tell, bitch, through the TV I could read that she's like worried. And you should see a sneak peek of the upcoming episode. She says it herself. Someone said, now, yeah, some people you could forgive, but are you gonna always be, are you gonna, do you really feel, are you really fine with living the rest of your life looking over your shoulder? Are you authentically happy? You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is more I don't want to put it on just relationship wise, but that's like an example, if that makes any sense. So, and it's choosing and making the steps, taking the necessary steps to truly live your authentic happy life and not pretend.
Well, I also feel that like social media plays a role where it makes people feel like they have to portray happiness all the time. If you are too vulnerable, you are like, you put yourself out there and you're doom and gloom, people are going to judge you for it. I can say I've judged people when they've been too fucking sad and like went through a whole spiral, like spiel. And in my head, I'm like, this is why I go to therapy, because I'd rather talk to a therapist than like air it out to people who don't care. Let's be real. I'm not even trying to be a bitch about that. It's the honest truth. But um I think there is a beauty to being vulnerable and like, realizing like I may not have everything that I want, but I'm happy and content with what I have now,
Mm, hmm.
and working towards wanting to have more. That's why to me ambition is important. And also like, if you can't see and treasure the good things and the happy times that you have, you're never going to decipher the bad times and the times that you're stuck in a rut. You know
And
what I'm
that's
saying?
that's where living in gratitude comes in too.
Yeah.
Like even myself, listen, we're not trying to sit here and be like, oh, speaking for myself, oh, my brain is always on a positive mode and I'm always happy. And no, I be in my head like, what else could I do to ball more? And when I say ball, like bring in more money, what else could I think? And I be in my head a lot to how things I could do to make better and exploring or what but at the same time, there's that other voice that's like, Charlie, be kind to yourself. Don't put too
Yeah.
much pressure on yourself. It's good to think and want, but don't stress yourself out too much and raise your anxiety levels. You're doing good, sweetie. Okay, like
I
that.
have to remind myself that too. Because I literally had this conversation last night where I feel like it wasn't a realization. It was just weird to say it out loud because I think it all the time. But like, I put a lot of pressure on myself that like sometimes when I get recognized for my hard work, or I get recognized for something, whether it's at work or in my personal life, I feel a sense of like, oh, I'm happy that they see it, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to disappoint anyone. Like, I don't want it
Well,
to come around and like me just be recognized this one time, and then I like can't fulfill that.
well, don't think like that because again, as a thinker, I am too. And when I think about myself and elevating and the things to do to elevate, and even things I'm doing behind the scenes and in my job and stuff, I think of you too. And never comparison because I've never done that with any of my friends and compare myself. I don't like compare myself with no one. Period. Dot exclamation mark. I've never done that. So that's why like it sucks that friends have done it with me, but this is what I have to say about you and my thoughts about you when I think about my hustle and stuff. It's like we've known each other for over a decade and we met each other working in retail at Forever fucking 21, which goes back even deeper into our history because you were working at it and you were working at Forever 21 in Florida and me in Rhode Island / Boston. For then us to meet each other there in New York and to see your evolution, like from Forever 21 to other jobs and other things you've done to where you're at now, I have to say, I'm so proud of you. And like, and then looking at our age where we at too, I have to say, I'm so proud of you because it's like, wow, it's like I'm seeing her grow up. Like, if you ever in your head about, oh, is this job good enough? Am I good enough in this position? Am I, girl, you, this is amazing. And I'm just so proud. And I've thought this. I'm just so proud to see your evolution. You a career woman. We joke about it, but you are truly a career girl, as Fernando will say. So, no, for real. So, and I'm so proud of that. I'm so proud to have seen that evolution and that growth and where you at in life and where we at in our age group. The best age group ever. Yeah. So, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great. And I
How
know
can you
that
make me cry and laugh at the
I
same time?
inspire
It's
you, but
crazy.
you also inspire me. And this is why I think it's very important to have certain the people that you're gonna keep close to your life. I think it's very important to have people who are hustlers, people who are doing things in life, because that will inspire you and keep you in check to try to strive the best for your life. And listen, I'm not being judgy wudgy here. I don't want people to be like, oh, there goes cunty T or cunty or or that bitch. But
Shady.
or shady, but no, I really mean it. You need to have friends and people. Not saying you can keep certain friends, but keep them at bay. The people you really want to keep in your circle and really pour into is people who are doing things with their lives as well, because that will inspire you and keep you in check. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a really true believer of, it's kind of like what you are. You are what you eat. You are who you surround yourself with as well.
Amen. I appreciate you so much. Bitch, you made me cry on this fucking podcast. I appreciate it. Listen, I will
Yeah,
say,
come on YouTube and watch.
no, please don't. Fast forward. One thing I will say about you is that you are the definition of living authentically and being authentically happy, even in situations where I have listened, listened, and heard you. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why aren't you as upset? Or like, why aren't you seeing it from my perspective? But you always have a way of seeing things in a different light. You'll play devil's advocate in times that I don't want you to necessarily play it. But at the same time, I feel that the what is it when life gives you lemons, you make beyond lemonade. You fucking make lemon cake, honey, because like lemon drops, lemon drops, because you know you and your alcohol.
My vodka,
Exactly.
my vodka
So
lemonade.
that's one thing that I will say that I really do admire about you, and that's always why I always want to apply myself and always be around people that like they're not just gonna sulk and be doom and gloom. Yes, life is not always roses. What is it? Life is not always
Walk in the park.
no. What
Somebody said
Lisa Vanderpump said it like caviar and rose, diamonds and rose. Life is not always diamonds and rose, but at the end of the day, like who you align with also technically motivates you to like see perspectives differently.
it's very true. It's very true, people. We're not trying to think, but like it's something that hopefully applies to someone. Because even
Now,
today, I'll tell you after the
now my
podcast.
brother shouting out outside. She's shouting us out, best friends. Yes, we're best friends.
No, but listen, even that, we're not trying to make it seem like, oh, they're the perfect. We, again, you just said it. Sometimes we disagree. Sometimes we don't think the same. Sometimes we go, but
I
this.
pissed him off. He's pissed me off. But at the end of the day, no matter the situation, I still feel like whoever you align yourself with, if they don't motivate you, if they don't hold you accountable, or if they don't show you love, that's not the people you need to be around. Whether it's a partner, a sibling, a parent, a friend, a coworker, honey, you got to choose who you want in your orbit.
Listen, and it's very true, and I'm glad you brought that up, because for anyone listening, like, don't think you have to put up with certain shit just because it's like a family member. Don't
Mm.
think you have to put up with certain shit just because it's a co-worker with a higher rank. Like, but listen, um, look how we just went. Sometimes
We
the
went on
people
a fucking tangent.
we go on a time. We start in one topic and then we delve into other things. But that's what I love about this
I
podcast.
have a question to move on. I know the discourse
Right,
that's going on.
not today.
Well, before that, we got to talk about Usher and Chris Brown
Yes.
going on tour. I'm going to say this really quick. You could say if you want to go and stuff. I personally have no desire to go see that tour. I feel like one is going to be super I'm sure the tickets are going to be crazy outrageous. Two, I already saw Usher. I've never really cared to see Chris Brown in concert like that. Like I know some of his songs and I like a lot of his I like his music, I'm not going to lie. But am I running like Byronique? Shout out to Barbie. I'm not really a big Chris Brown fan like that. So I'll leave the tickets to the people who really want to see him and enjoy him. But I'm okay.
Okay, so yes, Chris Brown and Usher announced the Usher and Brown tour.
No, the
Usher Broncho R&B tour, basically.
R&B, Raymond and Brown.
And Brown. Raymond being Usher Raymond and Chris being Chris Brown. They announced their tour, which I already knew this was coming. I've already heard loud rumblings for last since the beginning of the year. I've heard loud rumblings about this. Um, so it's out. I seen both in concert. I seen Chris Brown in concert. Yes, I seen her from. Was it Chris Brown that I seen from Back in the Back? Even if from Back in the Back
Back
of
of the Bus.
Rosa Parks back, it was still an amazing concert. I seen him and Usher. We both seen together as well, and Usher was great because Usher came in September of that year, and he
Mm.
added shows in New York, and that's when you got the ticket. So I'm glad for that. But we seen both of them. I'm not listen. This tour is gonna be epic for sure. They were Brandy and Monica, yeah, inspired them. Women always inspiring the men. But it's gonna be a great tour. Now, I wish I would go, but like you said, those tickets, I know. There's so many big podcast. The people that I've heard the rumblings from a while ago, they even were saying how these tickets are gonna be crazy money, 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 money. And I'm not. I like them both. I would love to see this tour, but I'm not willing to spend that type of money. And I'm not gonna sit on some pre-sale and trying to do what we did for Bad Bunny. I'm
No,
not.
that's different because that was you were basically handpicked to be on the queue. This is like a free for all. The bots are all gonna grab the tickets and then
Exactly,
resell it for however much.
and that's
And
my
to be
point.
fair, to be quite honest, I mean, if it was just Chris Brown, yeah, cool, whatever. But like, I already saw Usher. What's the point? I don't know. I just personally don't really care to see him like that. Like, I didn't even get to see Cardi B because her shit was so expensive.
Exactly. For me, it's the pricing. I'm not gonna in the stadium too. And like, there's nothing. I'm so tired of people doing stadium tours. Oh, I know
Where
why.
is this concert gonna
Because
be?
the Yankees playing. Maybe that's why. But I was gonna say, I'm so tired of people doing stadium tours and not considering. I mean, our only stadium is Yankee Stadium, right?
We have
That's,
City of
that's the
Fields.
only stadium in New York.
No, I mean there's stadiums in Queens too.
I'm so tired of these artists doing stadium shows and not coming to New York. I maybe in New York there's something tax or wise money or something. I don't know, or maybe the time
Yeah.
loss. I don't know what it is, but damn it, because
Where
it's
are they
always
going?
East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Is that they're going to the Meadowlands?
East Rutherford, New Jersey. Yeah, they have two shows.
Well, my first and last time going to the Giants Stadium, that's basically what it is. That's where the Giants play. It's basically bum fucking Egypt. I'm good. I live in the city. I don't need to be going out to the outskirts. Granted, I could like I'll pay an Uber or I will take a drive. Thank God, shut up. But I don't want to do all that. That's too much
Yeah.
for some. Nah, I'm good. For some, run it.
Well,
I'm good.
if someone wants to take me, take me, take all of me. But
Mm.
let's end it with a nope, not today. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Gladly. My nope not today is Coachella this year. Listen, shout out to Carol G being the headliner, the first Latina woman, but that was the only good thing. And shout out to her for bringing out Wisin from Wisin and Yandel and representing and having and Becky G, I think she brought out. But my nope not today is Justin Bieber and that god awful lack thereof lackluster performance. There are people that are like, oh, he basically took us through an experience of him growing up and like you seeing his YouTube videos and him singing along. If Beyonce did that shit, you guys would be fucking ripping her to shreds. If a woman did that shit, you guys would be like, what the fuck is going on? But because Justin Bieber did it, and I'm sick and tired of his stupid performances being so lame, making no sense, him being in his boxers or him like playing stupid memes and vines on a freaking board. So no, not today. Not ever.
Well, my note not today is to the fab. And when I say fab, I don't mean fabulous. I mean the fake ass bitches. The fake
Ooh,
ass bitches that don't like me for no reason. The fake ass bitches that don't like me because I exist. The fake ass bitches that like me for, that don't like me for because of my life. The fake ass bitches that don't like me because I'm with the man or been with the men they wish they was with or would have. The fake ass bitches that don't like me because they don't like themselves. My note not today is for all those fake ass bitches. You don't like me? Well, I'm here, baby.
well, all right, Kim Fields.
And that is our note not today. Listen, thank you guys so much for an amazing show. I'm sure a lot of you could relate to no fake ass bitches. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to follow, like, subscribe, share, all those good stuff. If you want to see Melanie cry and you're listening to this, also watch us on YouTube. We will see you guys next week with an all new episode, jam packed show. Thank you. Adios.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast. You can catch us everywhere.